Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at Fresh Monkey Fiction's Operation Monster Force Sleepwalker Heavy Weapons Division number 6 in the series. And well, we finally come to the end. 8 videos in 5 days. It is exhausting. I know many people may look at my videos and they think, hey, you know what? You don't really edit that much. I don't do all these edits, but they're time consuming. Going through everything, and I love doing it, but at the same time, it gets to be pretty damn exhausting. But there we go. This one is a little different as it has a different weapon, but the buck, the body, all the accessories I think are going to be almost the same. So we'll try and make it fairly quick on this. We have Operation Monster Force right there on the back. You can read it if you want to pause it and see what it says, but it kind of gives you a little history. You got a cross cell, and obviously here's the figure right here. As with the rest of these figures, there is a comic panel that kind of discusses who they are and what they're doing. Here we can see the actual figure. It has 3 different heads, and you do get the Palitoy Action Force looking head right there. I think a lot of people are going to be using that buying for their G.I. Joe and stuff. Again, the panel cover, it does talk about in the panel, comic panel, talks about what they are, and these guys are indebted to a specific person that works for the Forgotten King. They have to constantly be gassed, and this makes them obedient to whatever the Forgotten King is wishing on them, something like that. So we'll look more into the lore as we go. But anyway, let's get into this because it's time to wrap up the Operation Monster Force portion of my October. So anyway, before we do, if you like this type of content, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop one of these. Now let's take a look. Okay, so we're going to do a quick run through of everything that he does come with, as I've done with all my reviews. I know people are kind of getting tired of it, more than likely, but quickly, he comes with 4 sets of hands. He's got the C-cup hands. You can see the knuckle dusters on it, and it's got this little bit of, I think, either silver or gray just wrapped around. They all have the exact same. They all look the exact same. So here we go. 2 fist hands with the Kevlar on them. You get your 2 trigger fingers, which I think every figure should have. And then we have these open hands, which I said, like, these are really nice hands to have. If you're not monsters or in a monster universe, I'm not sure how much you really need them. We're going to get 6 different hoses. All right. So we're going to get 2 extremely long hoses. They got nice detail. They're going to be used to plug a lot of different things. And I'll show you quickly as we run through. But again, very pliable. Not going to have to worry too much about it. We get the, I'm sorry, one is this really long. This is the medium-sized one. And then we have the short one. But there's 2 of each. Again, all the exact same. Very pliable. And you're going to have so many if you buy just one of each figure. But I think you're going to enjoy it. We get blast effects. And we have these effects right here. Okay, so this is kind of like, if it's coming from, I believe this is like a Tesla gun. All right, it's shooting off. Now this one actually plugs in, and I showed it in other ones. We'll grab this gun here. It plugs in just like a regular blast effect. All right, it works for this. Doesn't look bad. This one here, it looks like you're supposed to slot something through it, but I'm not really sure what goes through there because none of these blast effects is the peg long enough to go through and actually plug into that. So I'm not really sure what this is for. So if someone from Fresh Monkey Fiction is watching, please let me know how this is supposed to work because I don't know. Either way, it's pretty nice. It'd be cool if it worked. We have 4 blast effects and 1 smoke effect. The smoke effect is the one that keeps getting lost because it's hidden. I love these smoke effects. They work with so many different types of weapons. These do fit on Classified, which means they should also fit on Valiverse. Nice translucent smoke after they just fired it. Now we get these 3 blast effects. This is the first time that we're seeing it in green, and you'll see exactly why, because this figure is green. Big plume, and then you just have the blast. Now, what is nice about the regular ones is they actually kind of give you a smoke effect. This is supposed to be more like a radiation or a laser or something. I believe. I could be completely wrong. Here we have it, the smaller but longer one here. All right, again, kind of where the plume is coming out. No bullet on it or anything, so you can imagine it's a bullet. You can imagine it's some sort of ray gun. And then we have the middle one. Again, I love the blast effects. I think they're really good. I think Valiverse makes some amazing ones. I think Hasbro is hit or miss. Not that good, to be 100% honest. All right, lots of different things here, and I'll quickly go into this. So we're going to get the armband, all right, that has the logo of, I believe it was the Palatoy Action Force bad guy. Very similar, and you can see it on all their helmets, including that helmet right there. All right. So I got these other pieces. I still haven't figured out exactly what they are. I can plug a hose into it. All right. You can plug different pieces into it to extend it. But again, I guess it's your world. I mean, this looks like it'd be some sort of, I don't want to say dynamite, but maybe explosive device. All right. It can plug in, something plugs in right there. I'm not sure exactly. But again, your toy, you figure out maybe this plugs in down like that, and then you have tubes. Again, you're going to have tubes all over the place. Lots and lots of tubes. All right. You get the backpack, which is now in an actual green color. You can see the nice little paint apps all through it. And it looks like it obviously has some electronics, okay? It is running something. You got this nice little disc here. Hey, you know what? Maybe that's supposed to go right there. Maybe that's supposed to go on there. I haven't figured it all out. I haven't really played around with these as I've been making videos, and I work a real job, and then I do my Monday Night Toy Rambling show, so. But there you go. It does look pretty cool. Lots of different paint apps on it. I think the paint's pretty good on it. A lot of wash on this. A lot of wear, which I like to wear. I've seen this throughout the line so far. It's just showing you that these things are being used. All right. So we have all these different pieces, and you can do all kinds of different things with them. Again, it's your toys. You do what you want. All right. But they really work for the mask. All right. So quickly, we'll take a look at these masks. So here is the first one, again, like the Palatoy. And I'm going to say this. I really thought that when I saw it in the box, I didn't think the green was really going to work. And I think this might be the best because I think the detail might show off a little bit better than all of them. So here's a nice mask here. All right, you can see that it's obviously been through some battles here. The green really pops right out there. All right, it's got a little bit of paint up there. You got the white eyes. Again, I like this. And it's got some ports, 4 hoses in the back, and they hit you with some paint apps there. Then we have this mask, all right? And I do like this. Came with those. And this one just looks like it has been outside. It looks like this guy is actually in the trenches working, fighting off bad guys. You see a nice wear, this gold. When you look at the eyes, you can see that it does have like these little, I don't know if they're pupils, considering it's a mask, but you got the shark fin, little diamond right up here paint, and little paint like that just goes really far. So what I didn't realize when I did the first review is that these things pop off. All right, so these things pop off, and you can change them. You can put different ones on to give them all different looks. And I absolutely love that idea because if you're going to army build, and if you do, this is going to be very expensive. That does not look familiar. I don't feel like I had this. So I'm not sure what that goes to. I mean, but I can plug it in here. Actually, it seems loose. I think that's actually a handle maybe to this. It's definitely a handle. But we'll address that in a second. Oh my god. Thank you guys all for bearing with me here, sticking through all this. So again, you get these different options, and they all have nice paint apps. They all look really good. And on this one here, I do believe that we can pop these off also. So you can interchange them just like that. All right. So I kind of want to put this back on. So this helmet is good. You can put even, if you want, you can put the tubes running directly into the front. Again, you're going to make your own characters. This is, again, reuse at the highest. This is what companies do. Valaverse is huge in it. Obviously, Operation Monster Force is. Marvel Legends does it. G.I. Joe Classified does it. It's nothing negative, that is for sure. That is how these companies make more money. Now, I do have to say, I think the one thing that I didn't even realize, and I've been trying to figure this out, is this looks like a landmine right here. But I never really thought about that. This thing is the plug on the bottom. And you kind of just plug directly in here. I don't know. Again, it's you do all kinds of stuff, and I think that's what people have been doing. So, all right. So we get the little handgun, Tesla gun. I'm not a huge fan of these. I think I've expressed that, but I will say the paint looks pretty good on it. So you kind of got these Tesla coils. I think I already showed you. You can kind of just pop that in like so. And then you can grab, I think you might need a small one for this, just because of how the plume is. So you can do whatever you want. You're looking at the paint, nice silver. It looks like it's got some gold in it. It's got this neon green. Everything looks nice, and I think it's what they wanted. I am just not a huge fan of this gun. All right, I'm not a huge fan of these sci-fi guns, although I did mention that the AK-47 is starting to grow on me. All right, let's take a look at this, as I have not seen this gun at all. So this is their heavy machine gun, or whatever it is. Clearly looks a lot like the AK-47. I like the idea of this one, but again, I don't understand this. You know, it's like these Tesla coils, but then I think it's supposed to have... this one's different because it doesn't have... Well, it does. It has this ammo mag. This barrel, which actually spins. Wasn't expecting that, to be 100% honest. So I don't understand. Like, it plugs in here, so I can plug a tube in here. Right? So why in the hell is it that... Is it supposed to be an actual gun that shoots bullets? Or is it supposed to be a ray gun or a Tesla gun or whatever it is? That's what I can't figure out. On the bottom, okay, I could understand that. And I understand they're supposed to be scientific, right? They're working with a scientist, creating stuff. I'm just not sure I like this. So you got the stock here, big wooden. I think it looks good. Black on the back here. All the paint looks good. I don't even know how to explain what this is. But it has ports for blast effects. I'm assuming this is a big giant one. Fits perfect on that, alright? And then we got this handle here. I didn't realize there was a handle. Maybe put the handle on the side. Hold it. I don't know. It's a big giant gun. That's what we know. Alright. Oh, you know what? I forgot to point out this. I've done so many of these. Here is your stand, Operation Monster Force. As you can see, it is a tombstone, 2 ports for pegs. It says Sleepwalker. Now we'll take a look at this figure and see how he looks. All right, so we'll look at the head, and we've already seen this head before. You can see, but I kind of pointed out the pupils right there. You can see this gold just has this nice wear, and it really has like a World War II helmet. I don't know why you'd have gold studs, but it really makes it pop. All right. And the green just looks really, really nice. All right. You got your gold buckle. All right. You can see some sort of logo there. The belt is different. Now this is split here, so you can get better maneuverability. It's got the gloves with just a little bit of detail right there. And we've seen these legs in the same boots, right? All right. So right up there, we have that insignia that we've become so used to. So he can look down, and that's how far he can look up. Now the neck here is made to come off. It does move back and forth along with the hinge here. And there we go with the T-pose. You get pinless, there's your bicep swivel, pinless elbow joints, wrists that are going to swivel back and forth. He can turn back and forth. He does have the diaphragm cut, so he kind of rocks around like this. All right. He has the Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is going to get in the way. Drop down hips. You know what drop down hips are? They move up and down. For the most part, they're made so you can get better maneuverability, better poses like this. This is really going to impede it. It's impossible. You can't get away from it even though they tried. There's your thigh cut. Pinless double knees. Then you have your boot cut, ankle rocker. If you don't know why I go through this, is that there's always someone new coming into a line that have never seen this before. And you just might be that one person. All right. So quickly, we'll take a look. Here's the hands. They pop out maybe the easiest of any of the hands that I've really dealt with. Now, we definitely need a trigger finger. And even though they have a small little stem there, a little peg for it, I feel they stay in really nice. I don't have any issues with it at all. All right. We have our armband. This slides right up. And to be honest, it stays where it needs to be. I don't really have too much of an issue. All right. As for the head, helmet comes off really easy. This piece also will come over. So let's say you have, well, they're going to have head packs. So let's say you want to make this a human. You don't want to have like a black neck where it looks like he's wearing like a turtleneck. You'll be able to pop this off. It usually comes off easier with. Comes off like this. It is a rubber, but it's not too soft. And that's supposed to be like that. So if you are just getting one of these and you go to take the head off and that comes off, don't call BBTS. Don't start complaining about it. That's how they're supposed to be. All right. So here we have this helmet. Again, it looks awesome, as we've seen so many times. And then we have that helmet. Now, of course, I can't leave it like that. That just looks absolutely stupid. So we will plug one of these bad boys into it. Make it look even again. So, since we haven't really got a chance, they do stand relatively well. All right. So, do we want to try and put the handle on? I mean, it seems kind of weird how he's going to be holding it, but hell. So, this thing is just big. I can't see myself after these shots using it. It makes absolutely no sense. But then again, these are vampires and sleepwalkers, so sense has kind of been thrown out the window. I look at this and this guy's gonna fall over. Just gonna tell you right now, he's probably gonna fall over. He reminds me of the snowtrooper from Star Wars, the original one where it just had the big long gun and he just fall flat over. So no issues really standing him. Again, this gun is just. Again, sometimes things are done too big. I understand what they're doing, or I have an idea. I think I know why they're doing it. I just would say, don't. Don't. So there you go. That is your Sleepwalker Heavy Weapons Division. I will find some sort of saw or something else. But again, they're definitely meant to go in the night. I really like this color. When I kept looking at it, I didn't think so until I pulled it out of the box. And then I get a whole different feel for it. So there you go. If you want them, go get them. BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store is what it is a legit site. If you're new to toy collecting, if you're like, hey, I don't know if this is a site I should worry about, it is not. There you go. All right, so there you go. That is the Sleepwalker Heavy Weapons Division figure. I like the figure. I've already expressed how I feel about those weapons. I'm not a big fan of them. Maybe if I look more into the lore, I read the comic more, maybe it would make more sense. But for me, I'm just not a big fan of it, to be 100% honest. So, if you want them, you go out and get them. Again, I like the figure. I think they do a really good job. One last thing, Valiver's heads will fit on here. In early G.I. Joe Classified also. G.I. Joe Classified has changed their neck peg, their neck system, their head system, to a smaller joint, so it's not going to fit. But I put Roadblock on one of these, and it fits perfect. So if you have early Classified and you don't care, you can swap them. But anyway, I am going to get out of here because I spent way more than enough time. Like I said, we finally come to an end. Who knows when Fresh Monkey Fiction will send out more of their figures. When they do, I'm assuming this will happen all over again. Hopefully it won't be right before a 36-hour streamathon where I'm going to be raising money for Toys for Tots here in Detroit. So tune into that if you're not. I'm exhausted. Thank you for sticking around. Please take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop another review for Fresh Monkey Fiction, Operation Monster Force right here. And here's going to be the playlist of all the Operation Monster Force figures that I've done. Take care.